Hey, hello everybody. Today we're here in JustFlight's Piper Arrow 3 in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We have a 70 nautical mile flight from 5 Sierra 6 Cape Blanco State to 6 Sierra 2 Florence Municipal. We'll be stopping along the way to do a touch and go at a Class Delta, which is North Bend Regional. All three of those are awesome freeware airports. I will put the links in the video details so that you too can enjoy them. Should be an awesome flight. So let's hop into the pilot seat and get started. Alright, all three of these airports are in Oregon, so we are starting at Cape Blanco State Airport, which is an untowered field. It's actually one of the first fields that I did a YouTube video for back in my X-Plane days. Then we're doing a touch and go at North Bend, and continuing north along the coast until we come to Florence Municipal, which is also an untowered field. So we'll start by getting our window opened. We'll close the door, excuse me Floyd, and get it latched up. Our circuit breakers are all in, parking brake is set, mixture is to idle cutoff, trim is set to take off. We'll rotate our fuel selector through each position and then set it to the fullest tank. Next, we'll get our battery and alternator on. We'll turn our rotating beacon on. We'll turn the fuel pump on, bring the mixture up to full rich, bring the mixture to idle cutoff, and turn our fuel pump back off. I'm going to crack the mixture a little bit here. Clear prop. We've got ignition. We'll bring our mixture back in. Bring the throttle up to 1000 RPM. Next we'll take a look at our gauges, and we do have oil pressure, so that's good. We'll head back over to the mixture and lean that for ground ops. And now we can head up and turn on the radios. Today we're running with real world weather, so we will tune into the ATIS for North Bend, and we'll listen to the actual ATIS from liveatc.net.
North Bend confirmation, Foxtrot 1456 Zulu observation, wind 140 at 3, visibility 10, sky condition few clouds 6,500, showing 10,000 overcast, temperature 40.3, altimeter 3024, expect visual approach, landing and departing runway 13, advise on initial contact, you have Foxtrot.
140 at 3, visibility 10, sounds pretty good. So next we'll open up Foreflight and I'll take you through the flight plan. We've got live weather enabled, so there's quite a lot on the Foreflight screen, but let's start with our departure field of Cape Blanco. So we've got waypoints that we'll be looking for on the ground. The first is Bandon State, the second is Winchester Creek, and then we will arrive at KOTH and request a touch and go there. From KOTH, we'll continue on north. We'll look for Winchester Bay, and then finally Siltcoos, and I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right, Lake, and then arrive at Florence Municipal. So what are all these other polygons and icons here in Foreflight? Well, if we click on the first one, we can see that's an AirMet for turbulence from 24,000 to 40,000 feet. The blue one is an AirMet for icing, and that is from 0 to 6,000 feet, so we'll have to watch out for that. And a good way to get an indication of what other pilots are experiencing is to look for PIREPs. So we've got that orange icon over to the right there, that's a PIREP. And if we tap on that, we can see that that's moderate chop at 37,000 feet. If we move up to the north, you can see that we've got some icing PIREPs. So if we tap on the icing PIREP, that's late rime at 7,000 feet, but that's fairly far north all the way up at Portland. Okay, we've been listening to a lot of wind noise, so let's close up that window, and that's a lot better. Cape Blanco traffic, Piper 709 Bravo Tango, taxi runway 32, Cape Blanco. Since we're heading to North Bend next, we are monitoring their tower on liveatc.net, and you'll hear that streaming in the background. Taxiways form a triangle with a need to back taxi on each end, so we're going to stop here and do our run-up. Alright, our flight controls are free and correct. We've got the mixture set to full rich. We'll bring the throttle up to 2000 RPM and we'll do our mag check. There we go. Now first we'll do mag left. I can see and hear the drop. Back to both. Now we'll do mag right. Same drop. Back to both. Time to turn on our strobes and make sure that our transponder is set to alt reporting. Cape Blanco traffic, Piper 709 Bravo Tango, back taxi runway 32 for departure, Cape Blanco. Quick update on my real-life flight lessons. So I did most of my stage check with the chief flight instructor. We had to call it quits due to weather, unfortunately, so we couldn't do our soft and short field landings, so I'll have to come back and do those. Prior to that, I had some practice with my flight instructor, and I was working on setting up in-flight video for that, so that when I got to my cross-country solo, I could videotape it. Here's a short clip. Fuel selector is to both. Mixture is a little bumpy here.
Yes, it is.
Rich. Ignition switch is to both. That is checked. Primer is in and locked. That's the engine failure checklist, and then we moved on to Force Landing. That video was cropped just to show me and not include my instructor, but when I do the actual solo, I'll have a camera pointing front and back so you can see me and also where we're going. Alright, back to our virtual flight. So we are about to depart from the left downwind and head north. Let's sit back and enjoy that awesome flight simulator scenery. As always, that was a lot of fun. The Piper Arrow is configurable, so you can turn on or off GPS, and I had the GPS off for this configuration. So we were relying on our flight plan and waypoints to know where we are, and of course we had the coastline, so it was pretty much impossible to get lost, but I like these eyeball and pilotage type of flights. that let you fly the airplane just like you would in real life. I hope you enjoy content like this. If you do, click that like button, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. We are just 10 subscribers short of 500 subscribers, so sign up if you haven't already. Thanks, as always, for flying along with me, and stay tuned for further flight adventures.